Okay, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the last lab session of this semester. And in today's lab session, we will cover two experiments. And the concepts used in today's experiment are relatively new. So, first of all, we will go through the important theoretical concepts and then we will look at the lab experiment tasks. Okay, so the first important concept is the use of percentage E. The percentage E is used to display a floating number in exponential form. So, for example, I have a number which is 123.45. What percentage E will do if you write within the printf statement? If you write printf percentage E 123.45. So what this percentage E will do, it will display 123.45 in exponential form. Exponential form means it will display this number as a floating number with a decimal point, and there will be only one digit at the left hand side of the decimal point and 6 digits after the decimal point. So this one is already been written over here. We have 4 more digits, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That will be displayed at the right hand side of the decimal point. So 1.2345 exponent plus 002. So this percentage E will convert 123.45 into this form, which is basically 1.2345 into 10 raised to the power 2. As I mentioned earlier, there will be 6 digits after the decimal point. For the time being, we have only 4. The remaining 2 digits will be 0, 0. So 1.23450. E means 10. 10 raised to the power 2. 10 raised to the power 2. This is power. So 123.45 will be converted into this exponential form. So remember that percentage E will convert a floating number into exponential form, in which there will be only one digit at the left hand side of the decimal point, 6 digits at the right hand side of the decimal point, along with E and the power 002. Okay, the next important concept is the concept of field width. Okay, if I write print f percentage 3d, comma 1. So what this statement will do, it will, this is your screen, this is the output screen. It will allocate 3 spaces for 1. It will allocate 3 white space, 1, 2 and 3. So 3 spaces will be allocated and 1 will be displayed at the last, in the last space. 1 will be displayed in the last space of the 3 spaces. This mode of displaying 1 is called write justification. In write justification, uh, the contents or the number to be printed is printed starting from the right hand side of the allocated spaces. Printing जो है वो right hand side से होना शुरू हो जाती है. Clear? So let's take another example. If I write print f percentage 5d 15. Now what will happen? 5 spaces will be allocated to display 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces starting from the corner or from the left hand side of the screen. 5 spaces will be allocated for 15 and 15 will be printed starting from the right hand side. So 5 will be placed over here in the last white space, whereas 1 will be placed in the second last white space. So 15 will be displayed over here in this manner. So this is called write justification. Write justification means the number is printed starting from the right hand side of the allocated spaces. Okay, if I write print f minus 3d percentage minus 3d 1. Now what will happen? Three spaces will be allocated. 1, 2, 3. 3 spaces will be allocated to display 1. And this minus sign indicates that 1 should be displayed or should be printed starting from the left hand side of the allocated spaces. So 1 will be printed in the first white space. So this type of printing is called left justification. Left justification. Right justification is implemented by uh, using the positive sign, or by not mentioning any negative sign, whereas left justification is implemented by uh, writing a negative sign with the field width. So this 353, these 353 is called field width. 3, 5, minus 3. These are known as field width for displaying a number. So the concept of field width is used to display your data in a proper format. Field width is used to display data in proper format. Clear? So when you will do some tasks of experiment 13 and 14, you are required to use the concept of field width in order to display your data in a proper manner. So if you have any question up till now, you can ask. Any question? Can you understand what I am teaching? क्या आप लोगों को समझ आ रही है जो मैं आपको समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ?
यस सर आ रही है.
Okay, the next concept is the concept of precision. Say for example, I have defined an integer I is equal to 873, and if I write printf percentage point 4d I, printf double quotation mark percentage point, notice this point over here, point 4d I. Now what will happen? The computer will allocate 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 over here means allocate 4 spaces to display 873. So 873 will be displayed as a right justified number. So 3 will be printed over here, 7 will be printed over here, and 8 will be printed over here. Clear? And because of this point, 0 will also be printed over here. 0, 8, 7, 3. Clear? If you are using a precision number to display an integer, the integer will be displayed with some zeros before it. Let's take another example. Say for example, if I write print f percentage 6d, 0.6d, what will happen? 6 spaces will be allocated for 873. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spaces will be allocated, and 873 will be printed starting from the right hand side. So 3 will be displayed over here, 7 will be displayed over here, 8 will be displayed over here, and this point, because of this point, the zeros will also be displayed. The zeros will also be displayed at the output. 000873. Okay, if a floating number is defined as 123.94536, say I have assigned this number to variable f, and I want to see what will happen if I mention a precision number for the floating number. Percentage point 3f floating number f. Okay, now what will happen? The story is a bit different over here in case of floating number. So in case of floating number, this 3 indicates to the computer to only consider 3 digits after the decimal point. So the 3 digits are 945, whereas 3 and 6, they will not be printed at the output. So the final output will be 123.945. Clear? So this 3 indicates the number of digits after the decimal point that are to be displayed at the output. If instead of writing 3 over here, if I write 2, then what will happen? Only 2 digits after the decimal point will be displayed at the output. So the output will be 123.94. If I write printf percentage point 3e, so point 3e means E means डिस्प्ले जी कोई बता सकता है व्हाट डज ई मींस परसेंटेज ई का क्या मतलब है
एक्सपोनेंशियल फॉर्म सिर्फ
okay
10 की पावर
so e means you are asking the computer to display 123.94536 in exponential form. Clear? So in exponential form, this number will be uh, it will be 1.239453 exponent plus 002. 1.239456 12346, only 6 digits will be displayed. Okay, only 6 digits will be displayed. 1.239453 exponent 2, exponent to e plus 002 means 10 raised to the power 2. Clear? Okay, so this is the number in exponential format, but
सर ये दोबारा जरा बताइए
123.94536 will be displayed in this format because we are using percentage e over here. I'm yet to complete my statement. With this E, I have written point 3. Point 3 tells the computer to only consider 3 digits after the decimal point. So the 3 digits are 2, 3 and 9. The rest of the digits will be discarded. So the final output will be 1.239 e raised to the power 002. So this will be the final output. इस बात की समझ आ गई सब लोगों को? This 3 tells the computer to only consider 3 digits. The first 3 digits after the decimal point in the number displayed in exponential form. Okay, say for example, I have defined a string ABC. Okay, if I write print f percentage point 2s, what will happen? This string ABC will be printed at the output, but only the first 2 characters of the string will be considered. This 2 tells the computer to only consider the first 2 letters or first 2 characters of the string. So the final output will be AB. The final output will be AB. So this precision number behaves differently or does different things on different data types. For integer, it will place zeros at the beginning of the integer. For floating number, it will consider only some number of digits after the decimal point. And if used with the string, if precision number is used with the string, it will consider uh, a specific number of characters and display them at the output. So you have to keep these 3 things in mind. You should know the effect of precision number on integer, on floating number, and on the string. Okay, the next concept is to use field width and precision together. Field width and precision together. So say for example, if I write print f percentage 6s, and the string to be displayed is marks. Can anyone tell me this 6 is called field width or is it called a precision number? कोई मुझे बता सकता है ये 6 जो है ये फील्ड विड्थ है या प्रिसीजन है?
So field with
This 6 is called field width. Okay. Okay. But what will happen? Uh, 6 white space 6 white spaces will be allocated to display the string marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 spaces will be displayed, will be allocated, and marks will be the string marks will be right justified. So S will be over here, K will be over here, uh, R will be over here, A will be over here, and capital M will be over here. So you have one space between capital M and the border of the screen, output screen. Okay, if I write printf percentage uh, percentage 6d, and I want to display the integer 25. So what will happen again? Uh, 6 spaces will be allocated: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spaces will be allocated for displaying 25, and 25 will be right justified. So 5 will appear over here below S, and 2 will appear over here below K, and there will be 4 spaces between 2 and the border of the screen. If I write print f percentage percentage 6.2 1.2345. So I have used the precision number, which is 2, and the field width, which is 6, together. I have used both the precision and the field width together. So now what will happen? This 6 indicates that 6 spaces will be allocated, or it instructs the computer to allocate 6 spaces. Clear? And this 2, the precision number, indicates that only 2 digits are to be considered after the decimal point. So only 1.23 will be displayed at the output starting from the right hand side. It is right justified. I have used positive sign. I have not used any negative sign with the precision number after the percentage sign. So 1.23 will be displayed starting from the right hand side. So this is 3, this is 2, This is the decimal point and this is 1. So there are only two spaces between 1 and the border of the output screen. And you can see that by using field width and precision, you have aligned the string marks, the integer 25 and the floating number 1.23. You have aligned them in a straight line. So the basic purpose of using field width and precision, specifically the field width, the main purpose of using field width is to display your data in a proper way, in a proper format, in a presentable way, so that your data could be understood easily. I have forgotten to mention F over here. So F means it indicates the computer to print this floating number. So if you have any question up till now, you can ask. And by the way, all of these capital P's are in fact small p's. They are not capital P. Clear? So don't mistake them. Don't consider these P's to be capital P's. So if there is any question, you can ask. So in experiment number 13, all the concepts which I have explained up till now will be used. So in question number 1, we have to display the sum of this number and this number in exponential form, with and without the negative sign. Clear? In question number 2, you have to use the concept of field width to get this output. Do not enter the spaces manually. Use the concept of field width. This is very important. Similarly, in question number 3, you have to do the same thing as in question number 2, but this time you have to print negative sign at the output. So question 2 and 3 are similar. 2 having positive sign, which cannot be seen, whereas question number 3 has negative sign at each row beside each integer. Okay, in question number 4, you have to just change line number 9, 10 and 11, considering these variables a, I and array b, and the output should be displayed in this format. I have explained all the concepts before. So question number 4 is this. You have to display your data in this format. There are some leading zeros in the first line with the integer 234. Then you have to display 123.123456 in floating number format. Then you have to display the same number in exponential format. Then you have to display 123.123456 in with some digits discarded, and then you have to display the string Eid Mubarak, where UBARAK are discarded. Only Eid, white space and capital M are to be displayed at the output. Okay, in question number 5, this is a bit tricky question, and you have to use the concept of field width and precision together. Complete this program. Just change the field width and precision only change the field width and precision so that your data looks like this. You must display your data in this format. You can see the alignment over here. There are 3 columns name, name, percentage, 3 columns, and in the first column all the data are aligned uh, in the form of right justification, whereas in the second column again all the data are right justified. In the third column all the data are right justified. In one line you can see. So please do not insert the white space, the spaces which you can see over here manually. Do not insert any space over here. Just use the concept of field width and precision to get this out. Okay, experiment 14. The first concept in experiment 14 is the concept of get S. Say for example I have an array character Y, and if I use this built-in command, this built-in function get S Y, then what will happen? So remember that get S built-in function is used to um, take a string from the user. It prompts the user to enter a string, and that string can contain white spaces. So that string will be stored in array by. This is the concept behind getS. It prompts the user to enter a string which might contain white spaces. Clear? And then if you write print f percentage s y, the string that is stored in y will be displayed as the output. So get s is a very useful uh, built-in function of C language to read a string from the user. Can anyone tell me, is it possible to read a string from the user which contains white spaces? Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
क्या ये पॉसिबल है? क्या ये पॉसिबल है कि scanf यूज करते हुए आप एक ऐसी स्ट्रिंग को रीड करें जिसमें वाइट स्पेस हो, ब्लैंक स्पेस हो? फॉर एग्जांपल, कैन यू use scanf to take this string as input from the user? क्या ये पॉसिबल है? एनीवन? क्या ये पॉसिबल है?
No, sir.
No, it's not possible. It is not possible. But with getS, it is possible. With getS, it is possible. Okay, the second concept in experiment number 14 is to use field width in scanf. So if I write scanf percentage 2d and store that integer in variable a, integer a. So what will happen? By writing this 2, you are instructing the computer to only store the first 2 digits of the number. So if I enter 123, only 1 and 2 will be stored in A. 3 will be discarded. Only the first 2 digits will be considered. So using field width in scanf means, or it instructs the computer to only consider that number of digits uh, which are to be stored in some variable. Instead of writing 2, if I write 1, then only 1 will be considered and will be stored in variable A, while the rest of the digits will be discarded. Okay, the last concept is the use of percentage static C in scanf. So if I write scanf percentage in scanf, the use of percentage static C in scanf. So if I write scanf percentage D percentage static C percentage D and ampersand sign A ampersand sign B, and the input which I will enter is 2/21. This is the input which I will enter when I am prompted by this scanf statement. Now what will happen? So this percentage D indicates or tells the computer to store the first integer entered by the user. In variable A. Whereas this percentage static C indicates to the computer that the character that is entered by the user after the integer is to be ignored. So this slash sign will be ignored. It will not be stored in the variable. It will be ignored by the computer. It will be ignored. It will not be stored in A or it will not be stored in B. So percentage static C basically instructs the computer to ignore the character that is appearing or that is being entered by the user after the integer 2. Whereas this percentage D this %d indicates the computer that the integer that is entered by the user after the character /, which is 21, that integer is to be stored in variable b. So percentage static c basically ignores a character that is present in the input stream entered by the user. So these three concepts, get s, field width in scanf, and percentage static c, these three concepts are used in experiment number 14. So in the first question, you have to prompt the user to enter a string. This is the string UET Lahore, and then you have to display that string at the output. Then you have to prompt the user to enter a character. So any character can be entered, and that character is to be displayed at the output. And you have to note one thing, that the string can contain white spaces. The string can contain white spaces. In question number 2, you have to prompt the user to enter two double digit numbers, double digit or single digit numbers, and then find the product and display the product at the output. So you have to use the concept of field width. The field width concept is to be used over here. If the user enters a triple digit number, a 3-digit integer, or a 4-digit integer, or 5-digit integer, the program should not display the correct output, or it will not display the correct output because of the field width concept. So you have to answer this question, that what happens if the user enters a 3-digit integer or a 4-digit integer after you have used or implemented the field width concept. Okay, in question number 3, you have to prompt the user to enter 3 integers separated by comma, and those 3 integers are to be summed together, and the sum is to be displayed at the output. So basically you have to instruct the computer to ignore the comma sign, and just consider the integers that are appearing before the comma sign. And in the last question, you have to prompt the user to enter date of birth in this format: day / month / year. So the user should enter the date of birth in this format as shown over here, and after entering the date of birth, the day, the month, and the year should be displayed separately. So 10 should be displayed separately, 5 should be displayed separately, and 2020 should be displayed separately.